Hi everybody. It's a little bit of a different video today than what I usually make, and I know I don't usually show my face on my videos before, but I wanted to share something with you because when I'm currently looking at all the Facebook group that I'm part of, or when I'm listening to people around me, I'm not always certain that people take this pandemic very seriously. And I have been directly impacted by COVID-19. So I wanted to share that with you a little bit. When my last video was being released, was uploaded ahead of time. It was on a schedule on YouTube. I was diagnosed with the very first symptoms of COVID-19. I went home that night. I was feeling incredibly tired for some reasons I couldn't quite explain, and my entire body was aching. Woke up at 2:30 in the morning with really high fever, bad sore throat, lots of pain, and went on the 111 NHS online website, checked the symptoms, and the symptoms were all very consistent with suspected COVID-19. So I holed myself up in a room at home, disinfected all the door knobs and handles in the house, and waited for what was to come. And over the following 5 days, it has been quite difficult. I wouldn't say I've been suffering the most, but it was certainly a very bad flu. Very high temperature, lots of aches, lots of pains, feeling really dizzy. I've been experiencing the dry cough as well. Not too bad, but it was certainly there and very persistent. And on the following Monday, when I thought I was recovering and maybe I've seen the worst of it by then, I started developing a really bad sore throat. Turns out, and we didn't know it at the time, that this sore throat was what is commonly called a quinsy, a very large abscess in your tonsils. And the abscess started growing and growing. I can honestly say it's the most incredible amount of pain I've ever felt in my life. It was unbearable, absolutely unbearable. And as the abscess was developing over time, it started covering my windpipes and my trach. So at some point at around midnight, I could no longer swallow. I couldn't drink anymore. In fact, the pipe was completely covered by the abscess, so whenever I was trying to take a sip of water, the water would go straight into my lungs. And my windpipe started to get smaller and smaller, and I was really suffering to breathe. Cut a long story short, I got to call 999, taken over in an ambulance to a hospital in South East London, where I was diagnosed with the quinsy, post-COVID-19. And they didn't have an ENT surgeon, so I had to be sent to a different hospital in South East London. And let me tell you, at the moment, if you enter those hospitals, it feels like stuff out of a movie. It's a really sobering experience. And see all our amazing doctors and nurses in the NHS literally working around the clock at the moment trying to save your life, but whilst at the same time being really afraid of being contaminated themselves. It's a really sobering experience. So it really feels like I've been to hell and back. I've spent one night in hospital. I'm a lot better now. But I wanted to say to you guys, this illness is real. It's no joke. Stay home. Don't spread the illness. Follow the government guidelines. Don't be selfish and only think about yourself. When I was calling 999 to be able to go to hospital, it was a 3-hour delay because the emergency service is so outrun at the moment. You know, don't be a knob, don't go on a trail and break your arm so that ambulance comes to you instead of somebody that really needs help. It's a bad experience. You know, protect yourself, protect your family. Stop wondering as to how much disruption it is bringing to your daily life. I know a lot of us are suffering at the moment and it's harsh times. Protect yourself, protect your others. And if you're watching this and you're working as a carer for the NHS, thank you. Thank you for all the sacrifices you're making. Thank you for looking after us. Thank you for your commitment. You are all amazing people. And thank you for saving me.